up, guys? This is going to be my trade breakdown of day 2 of my micros challenge on Topstep. So this one is pretty. I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I'm going to play the video, but I'm going to go over my trade first. Okay, so, and I'm going to narrate the video. So basically, this was a pretty simple trade. I was targeting buy side liquidity. Straightforward, right? So this was the buy side liquidity in question. Just these highs that were formed pre-market. I wanted to see them get swept, but I was just basically mapping out areas for me to get in at. So we had sell side liquidity down here. You know, all these lows, basically. I'll mark this lowest low. But, you know, the collection of these relative equal lows, everything is all bunched up. And now we're going to sweep below, right? So we did sweep below, we closed, and then we instantly reversed. And these are just some areas that stood out to me before I got in the trade. So basically, I saw we instantly reversed afterwards. So that let me know that price is now ready to take that buy side liquidity. You know, that was just a quick sweep. Now we're ready to buy up. And that it did. I waited for this to show his hand a little bit. I saw it was picking up the pace around here. So I was just basically waiting for it to show a lot of rejection wicks to the upside. We already closed outside of this zone. So I was just looking for basically the rejection wicks to show that it wasn't really trying to go down here. So I did get in off of that. It broke above this, came back. I just got in, I entered, and I marked the midpoint of this 5-minute fair value gap as my first TP. My second trade now, it kind of started trying to run away some more, and I got in. It was a little too fast because it's like I jumped right back in after I got out, and that, you know, that ain't cool. That's kind of no. I like to make a cool down of at least like a minute, you know what I'm saying, a minute candle. So that, I kind of got a little beside myself on that, but it's okay because, you know, it wasn't me chasing necessarily. I was following my bias. It's just, you know, I got a little carried away. So second trade now, it was another buy all the way up into the zone. And yeah, that's just basically it. So let me just play the trade so you guys can see how it played out. All right, so basically this is market open. I'm marking up some zones. That I wanted to see price push up against. The same way with the lower wick rejections and things of that nature. Yep. We are pushing. All right, and then I got my entry. Because like I said, the market should be very strong bullish once we swept that liquidity to the downside. So I saw that. That was a 5-minute fair value gap that I had marked up as a potential opposition zone that price could have rejected and, you know, went against me at some point. And as you can see, it got to the middle. I started trailing. Boom, I'm out. Okay, it's rejecting the middle strong, as you can see. So I'm like, okay, it's time to bounce. I had to mark that trade up because I forgot when I was actually in it. Everything was moving so fast, you know. Market open, we got that momentum. It's time to go. All right, so that's trade number 1. And you see that second trade, I jumped in once again, instead of waiting for that break and retest of that inversion, I jumped in as soon as it pushed out. So that's another thing. I got to break that habit of just being super aggressive. And as you can see, I got stopped out. That was, not cool. I should have waited once again. And I did the same thing here. Instead of waiting for the break and retest, I jumped right back in at basically the same spot. And these are a couple flaws that I need to break on just being super, super aggressive, because that could have saved me a loss that I just took. This is my third trade now. So it's it. You know what I'm saying? I should have been a little bit more careful with what I was doing. Because now 3 strikes. It's time to go after this. So if it don't come out in my favor, then I basically lost my profits, right? But let's see. Okay, I got in with 3 contracts. I just used my base size because it was a counter trend trade. And I wanted the chance to be able to add in once the momentum confirmed my counter trend trade was right, versus just getting in with full size already. And as you can see, I got stopped out once. That would have took out all my profits if I wouldn't have went in with the smaller size. So there we go. It's moving about 50 points in profit. And right there, that's like 1-to-1. I was risking 300. Risking 300 to make 600. So I wanted 1-to-2. And basically, seeing that liquidity get swept. You start playing around here.
Mommy.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Leave your finger. Hold on. All right. You see, he's playing around. It's almost back at my entry. And now's a good time to go add, right? Like that. You see that rejection off of there? And if it comes down to that fair value gap, I think that's a good opportunity. Go sit down. All right, we back at entry. And we're still showing good signs here. Because watch how we reject. There we go, see? And I added 2 contracts. So now I'm at max position. Let's see. Push. I love it when the market just moves. No playing, no dilly-dallying in one spot. Just go. Boom. And I dropped down to the 30 seconds just to see if we can break that high. Okay, and I scaled out, as you can see, because we were back at that same high and it was like rejecting. I didn't like that upper wick rejection. I just moved my take profit, so I don't get immediately stopped out. It's like a trail, basically. I wanted to give room so I could trail for however long this wanted to go up. Okay, yep, there we go. We're pushing, and it looks like we broke that high. Not quite. Made an equal high. Yeah, I was checking it right there. There we go. We broke the high finally. And now we're pushing up. We're pushing. All right, it's struggling a little bit. Go sit down. Boom. Here we go. All right, now it's time to trail. I trailed it right at those highs. And now I'm just following the same candle. Boom, I'm out. Okay, all done. Beautiful trades. Simple target. Buy side liquidity. Lock it out. Lock him up. And we're done for the day. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. I made almost 900 at 889. Basically 890, 900 for the day. So yeah. And that was it. I locked myself out so I don't feel tempted to chase any more profits. That's very important. If you got a Topstep account, once you made your profit for the day and you got 2 good trades in that state, lock him up. Okay? Stop trying to chase extra. Stop trying to chase the million, the Lambos, all of that in one day. It's all about consistency over time. Okay? So we gotta make sure we keep that in mind and know when to trade, when not to trade, and sit on the sidelines, and also when to walk away. All right. So like this video, subscribe if you're ready for day 3.